Knowledge is knowing tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in fruit salad.
Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Jessica. And today we're going to be doing some salad prep.
Salad prep!
So every night for dinner, we eat a giant salad. And we like to take some time on the weekends to chop all the veggies so that when we get home from our very long day at work, we can just get out all the bowls, throw everything in our salad bowl, and eat.
It makes it a lot easier to maintain a healthy diet, and you're not really tempted to eat other stuff because, hey, you've got all this stuff all ready to go.
Yes, you open the fridge and there's just a rainbow of salad stuff.
So what are we prepping first?
Okay, so we're gonna start with the peppers. So we have a bunch of different colors of peppers. I don't love the green ones, but Brian, tends to like those pretty well. So
I like all peppers. I don't really care.
I like to just do like a little rainbow of peppers.
It does look nice when you put it in a salad.
Yes. So the advice that I would give when it comes to peppers is wash and dry them very thoroughly. There's going to be a lot of moisture that comes out as you cut them, and so if you want them to stay fresh for a week in your fridge, you're going to try to get a lot of that moisture out.
Also, I like to slice them the way that Gordon Ramsay slices them, going from the bottom to the top. Therefore, you don't get a lot of the seeds, and it's very, very simple to then cut it up into whatever size pepper you want.
Well, aren't you just fancy,
Gordon
Ramsay? Mm-hmm. I like to use this chopper for the veggies because it keeps them uniform in nice little squares, and it's super easy. After you chop the peppers up, you're gonna wanna put them on a towel and let them sit out for a bit just to absorb some of the moisture. So next up is the zucchini. Mm-hmm. And we found a way of slicing these actually like more of a julienne.
Yes.
Brian likes to use his mandolin for that.
Always use protection when using a mandolin. That blade is super sharp. I mean, super sharp.
One of the conditions that I made for Brian getting a mandolin slicer was that he always used the protective gloves while he's doing it. So I will often yell at him if he's not.
The great thing about slicing zucchini up in the julienne style is they kind of dry out and they firm up a little bit, and so they add a nice texture to your salad. Also, it bulks up your salad without adding many calories because a cup of zucchini is actually only 17 calories.
I did not know that. So next up we have tomatoes, and we have some sweet cherry tomatoes here which look very lovely. The only thing you really need to do for these is just rinse them off, and then you can either chop them up or keep them whole and just throw them in your salad.
I don't really like tomatoes all that much. I will eat them occasionally with other things, i.e. like salad, but they are actually very rich in the antioxidant known as lycopene, which is shown to reduce the risk of heart disease and cancer.
For carrots, we like to buy the whole ones and shred them up ourselves because I found that if you buy the pre-shredded carrots, they go bad a lot quicker, plus these are a lot cheaper. We use the shredding blade on our food processor to shred up the carrots, and it makes it go really quick and easy. But if you don't have a fancy food processor with a shredder, then you can go ahead and just use a box grater.
You can use your box grater to cut them, but you might want to die afterwards. Jessica.
What?
Did you know that there is some debate as to whether carrots actually improve your eyesight?
Oh, really?
But all doctors agree that you should eat carrots because it won't hurt your eyesight.
That's good to know.
Next up we have jicama. Now, some of you may not know what jicama actually is. It is a root vegetable that is faintly sweet, and it kind of has a starchy potato-like texture. We like to buy...
Potato?
Yes. We like to buy these from Trader Joe's because they are already peeled and cut into these nice little sticks. We just cut them up into little squares and store them in a bowl. And it's really nice. Also, a cup of jicama actually has almost half of your daily required vitamin C. After that, we have mushrooms. Now, mushrooms are a fun little thing that Jessica hated. before we
Yes,
started
I
this.
did not like them at all.
We buy these from Aldi because they are pre-sliced and pre-washed, although you should always rinse your mushrooms to get any other excess dirt off or remove any of the black bits that you might see. Also, before you put them in your salad, you should cook them for at least 2 minutes because raw mushrooms contain a toxin that is hard to flush out of your body. So if you cook them for just a short period of time, they still maintain their texture and all of their flavor and stuff, but it breaks down that toxin and makes it able for you to consume them without risk of dying.
So we always have to have beans in our salads, and we prefer black beans a lot of times, and we just buy the cans, open them up, rinse and drain them, and then store them in a glass bowl so they're ready to go.
We got these no salt added beans from Whole Foods because we actually found out that Whole Foods has very cheap no salt added beans.
Yes, they do. They have all kinds of canned beans that are no salt added, and they're like 79 cents a can.
Also, beans are the primary source of protein for people who are eating a nutritarian diet just because it is very simple. It is low in calories for the most part, and it's just darn right delicious.
So now that we've chopped and prepared everything for our salads, let's talk a little bit about the leafy greens we'll be adding. So we love to use baby spinach, this cruciferous collection from Trader Joe's, which has kale, cabbage, shredded broccoli, and Brussels sprouts, it's really good. And then we also have recently been on a sweet butter lettuce kick, which is nice. And then I also do enjoy a good spring mix. So what we do is we have this chopper bowl that we like to use, and we will put enough lettuce for Brian and I both to have a salad in here. So I'm gonna start out by dumping the rest of this spring mix in. Out of there. So we got all spring mix and then a good bit of spinach in there. And then I will add in some of the butter lettuce. Super easy to open. Just a bit of that. It's good to get variety. And then all the good kale. All the good kale and cruciferous veggies in here. Just throw a bit of that on top. So usually I try to fill this bowl pretty well, and that seems to work out for Brian and I to each have a really good sized salad for dinner or lunch. And then we use this. Yes, it looks weird. It's basically like a double pizza cutter, and it can be dangerous, so be careful. Brian usually does this because it does take a bit of muscle, especially if you have a lot in here. But we also have a link below for where you can buy this, which has been honestly a lifesaver. But you take it like this and you just chop. And I'm gonna let Brian do that because that's his thing. Okay, so to assemble the salad, I'm just going to take some of the greens, put that in the bottom. I got my greens in my bowl, so now I'm gonna add the veggies. So we'll do some peppers, do some carrot, some jicama. And the best part about this is if you have two people and you don't like certain things, then you can just, add less of that to yours or don't add any of that to yours. That's kind of what Brian and I do. So we usually add a good bit of beans just to get some extra protein in there. And then we have our shredded julienne zucchini. some mushrooms, my favorite. And then tomatoes. Oh no, they're rolling everywhere. Okay, so tomatoes. What else? Did I get everything? So in addition to all these lovely veggies that we shredded up, so you'll just have these, it'll be nice because you'll just have these ready in containers in your fridge. You'll just take them all out, boom, put your salad together, and then you're good. But we also like to add some other things. So I always add a tablespoon of flax because we're supposed to get a tablespoon of flaxseed. So I have these that we grind up ourselves, and then I will just add like those to the salad. Tablespoon there. And then I like to add some pumpkin seeds or some sesame seeds, just depending on, or sunflower seeds, just depending on what kind of mood I'm in. And we recently discovered some hazelnuts. So you're always gonna go with the raw, like unroasted, unsalted nuts. But these add a really nice crunch that I really like in my salad. So it's literally, I just have to add like 10 of them and it makes a big difference. So add some of those. And then I'm going to, what am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything? The hummus. So we have made a video of how to make this oil-free hummus. It is delicious, and I use it as salad dressing every single day. That sounds weird to some people, but try it out. Trust me, it is good. So you're just gonna take a really good dollop of this and just put it in the middle here, and then when you mix it all up, do a little more. When you mix it all up, it's just gonna taste super good, and you're gonna love it. So check out the link below to make this hummus recipe. But yeah, that's basically everything. And now you just have this delicious salad. You saw it just took me a couple of minutes because we already had everything prepped.
So there you go. You spend an hour or so doing a little bit of prep work on a weekend or something, and there you go. You've got the rest of the week for stuff to throw into a salad that's super easy to make and adds a lot of nutrients and vitamins and minerals and a bunch of other stuff that you just need to stay alive. I love this. I love eating my salad every night, and I frankly think that this looks gorgeous.
When we started this diet, I couldn't get through a salad. Every night I was just like, oh, dreading it. And now on my way home from work, I'm like, oh man, I have an easy, nutritious dinner waiting for me in a salad, and it tastes awesome. So I highly recommend that you guys try out this prepping system. It may take you a few weeks to iron out the kinks and get to the point where you're really comfortable with which vegetables you want to chop and all that kind of stuff, but definitely worth it, and we definitely recommend it.
Also, like we said before, you can change out anything that you want. You can do different kinds of dressings. I know balsamic vinegar is a popular one for people trying to keep the calories down. I use it as well on a lot of my salads, but there are tons of other things that you could put on there. Throw in some coconut aminos or mix together one of any number of SOS-free salad dressing recipes that are out there. We have a couple that we really do like, but we just don't make them all the time.
Yeah.
Because we like to stick to our hummus, actually, because this, in our opinion, is the best.
Yes.
It's just what we like. But you can pick whatever you want for any type of salad that you like. And if you don't like something, then switch it out for something else. It's really not that difficult, and it makes things super easy to make salads throughout the week.
So be sure to check out the description below for links to that hummus recipe and other things on our blog. We've got all kinds of videos coming your way. And please be sure to subscribe to our channel as well.
Hit that bell notification.
Yes. And we will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen.
Bye-bye. Hey, Jessica.
Yeah?
Did you hear that Peef Urban came out with a new single?
You mean Keith Urban?
No, Peef Urban.
I don't know who Peef Urban. Peef does not play guitar.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not.